Hello and welcome back to my channel. So you guys, I bring you different reactions from people on TikTok concerning the Little Mermaid. Hearing that it really had a flop, like it didn't do well in South Korea, North Korea, China, that area in general, like it didn't do so well. So guys, people reacted differently to this on TikTok, you guys. So I've collected a few videos for you guys, but leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. So I'm gonna start with Amy Chen. If you don't know Amy Chen, you guys, she's happening. She's one of those people happening on TikTok, guys. So search for her as Sekas Fairy on TikTok, guys. Yeah, so let's start with her and then we'll hear other reactions from other people. But I'm interested in finding out what you really think about this entire thing going on with the Little Mermaid on TikTok worldwide. I mean, it's a good movie. I personally like it. I don't know why some people are having a problem with this. Well, just because a black person did it. Is it the reason why? Anyway, guys, let's watch the clips.
First of all, you all know that I am not one to shy away from acknowledging the existence of anti-blackness among Asians. However, based on the articles that I've read about how The Little Mermaid is being received in certain Asian countries like China and South Korea, I am calling divide and conquer BS on the part of American media. For one thing, they've been picking on this story since before The Little Mermaid opened in China, pointing to pre-opening ticket sales as an indication that it was going to flop. And the articles that I read said that viewers were outraged that Ariel is Black and that there were racist reviews and racist op-eds that were being published, but also said those reviews and op-eds were unverified and didn't provide quotes. I am sure that you can scour the internet and find racist comments about The Little Mermaid by Asian viewers, because I acknowledge that anti-blackness exists among Asians. However, giving the impression that there are entire countries full of outraged Asian moviegoers who are refusing to go see this movie because Ariel is Black is ridiculous. It's not the first time that American media has done this. They did the same thing when Black Panther opened in China, giving the impression that it was doing very poorly, but I think that the Black Panther actually did quite well in China. There's also this element of narcissism, giving the impression that Asian moviegoers are predictable viewers of any American movie that becomes available in their country, but that they're just not going to see The Little Mermaid because Ariel is Black is misleading. Articles have been written about how Chinese reception of American movies in particular has been very unpredictable and uneven in recent years, especially since COVID. Some movies do well, some movies do poorly, some movies start off slow and ultimately gross quite well. Also, this is very on brand for scapegoating and deflecting and divide and conquer. We know that it is racist white people in the United States who are expressing outrage that Halle Bailey was cast as Ariel and who are planning boycotts and who have been boycotting Disney for a variety of bigoted reasons. So it makes sense now that they're pointing the finger at Asia, saying that it's the Asian viewers who are outraged and boycotting because Ariel is Black, and that if Disney rethinks making a similar casting decision in the future, it would be because Disney is afraid of losing the Asian market. So overall, yes, I'm sure that there are Asians who are being racist about The Little Mermaid because of Halle Berry being cast as Ariel. But to give the impression that it is cultural to Asian countries is divide and conquer. We all know that if China had that big a problem with it, they would just ban the movie.
I don't know where you're watching me from, but personally where I am, we welcome The Little Mermaid. Like, kids really love this movie, especially that the actress really look like them. You know, I'm an African. Most of these kids do look like Halle Berry. Yeah, so I don't know about where you're watching me from, so I don't know what China or Asian people are having an issue with this. I don't know if that's true, guys, so please let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Guys, it's 2023. Let's move on.
So this is a great example of why I always say there's no form of bigotry more pervasive, common, or influential than anti-blackness, right? Like, you can be black and queer and receive anti-blackness from the queer community. You can be black and disabled and receive anti-blackness from the disabled community. I mean, shit, you could be black and receive anti-blackness from the black community, right? Like, look at this. This is so wild. It's not even like these people want Ariel to be Korean or Chinese or Asian in some capacity. They just don't want her to be Black, right? Like, that's how bad it is, right? That's how bad anti-blackness is. It's like, oh, you could be anything else. We just don't want you to be Black. It's wild.
The way y'all treat people who you think aren't attractive is disgusting. This is beyond Disney. This is beyond The Little Mermaid. This is beyond you not wanting her to be Ariel. When people are born with certain types of features, y'all think that it gives you a pass to make fun of how they look. You may not find her attractive, but there's no reason to put her down about how she looks. Society pushes for people to look alike, and when everybody starts to look alike, y'all complain about it. Why does everybody look the same? All these girls on Instagram are starting to look the same. All these girls on TikTok are starting to look the same. Well, they're starting to look the same because this is how you guys treat people who look different. Different doesn't mean bad. She's beautiful. You don't have to find her attractive, but there's no reason to tear her down for how she looks. That's weird.
You guys need to see this story. Look at this. This is by Bounding Into Comics. This is official now, right? And I'm going to show you the numbers in just a second. The Little Mermaid is declared a massive flop. Again, The Little Mermaid has been declared a massive flop by box office analysts, okay? And this is not speculation anymore. These are not opinions anymore. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. This is a complete disaster for Disney. The Little Mermaid is going to lose Disney hundreds of millions of dollars. This movie is a disaster. Look at this right here. These are the numbers. These are the actual analytics when it comes to the gross box office that this movie is taking in. Now, you have to understand, you have to put this into perspective, okay? This movie needs to clear $800 million to break even, right? This movie had a huge budget. It was expected to be a global success. It needs to hit $1 billion, really, for it to be considered a success for Disney. This is where it stands right now. Domestically, the movie only has grossed $186 million. Internationally, only $140 million, with a grand total of $327 million. This movie has dropped 57%, 60%, really, since it's opened. That is a complete disaster for Disney. This movie is not going to break even. This movie is going to be lucky to hit $400 million. And Disney is already scrambling. Disney is already talking about releasing this movie digitally. You're going to see this movie in a couple of weeks, maybe in a month, on Disney+. That I guarantee. The Little Mermaid is declared a massive flop.
Has Disney's live action of The Little Mermaid actually flopped, and why? So I'll be the first to say I'm actually quite shocked to hear this, because I personally thought it was a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie and say that it was the best movie I've ever seen, but I thought it was okay, and this is coming from somebody who grew up watching The Little Mermaid obsessively. Like, she was genuinely probably my favorite Disney princess, and, you know, I would watch it on repeat to the point where it actually annoyed my mom. The numbers, however, don't lie, unfortunately, and as we can see, it's only made $338 million worldwide so far, which practically means that it might not even break even. And when we compare that to the performance of Aladdin back in 2019, for example, or Beauty and the Beast, or finally The Lion King, we can probably see how the numbers are a bit disappointing. And I know you're gonna say, well, it's only been in theaters for 2 weeks, and it has. However, keep in mind that movies only stay in theaters on average for about 4 weeks. So realistically speaking, it doesn't really have that much time to make up for it. And on top of that, it also massively dropped in the second week after release. I think it dropped by like 56 point something percent, which is crazy when you think about it. So a lot of people had a lot of things to say about this movie. You know, a lot of people complained about the CGI remakes of characters like Flounder and Sebastian. A lot of people sort of complained about Halle Bailey's acting. Apparently they didn't think she was good enough. I personally thought she was okay. When it comes to her singing voice, it was very, very good. Can't really speak for the acting, but I thought she was all right. I definitely feel like they added some sequences in there that just weren't necessary, and a few extra songs that, again, weren't really necessary. Of course, a lot of people have also brought up racism as a reason why this movie didn't make it to the top. Now, I can't for sure say that it wasn't racism in some cases. I'm sure that in some cases that is very true. However, I think for the most part, it's just the fact that a lot of the discourse around this movie was extremely heavily focused on, you know, this kind of woke agenda, to the point where they almost made it seem like they intentionally picked a black actress to play Ariel, you know, to cause controversy and basically to force this woke agenda on people, rather than focusing on Halle Bailey's genuine raw talent, because she is a very, very talented singer. So it's quite unfortunate, you know, that she's been sort of used in this way almost.
Okay, so that's it I had for you guys in today's video. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you have not subscribed, I beg you, go ahead, subscribe. Let's help me reach 100k by December if possible. You know, miracles do happen. Yeah, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload a new video you will be notified. Share me, please share me. Ask your friends to subscribe to this channel. I will definitely see you in my next video. Bye.